Welcome back to Roy's English Podcast. I'm Roy, and I'm excited to be here with you today.
And I'm Lily. Today, we're talking about something we all experience, changing plans. We'll learn 10 common English phrases to help you talk about last-minute changes smoothly.
That's right, Lily. These phrases are super useful in everyday conversations, whether you're making plans, canceling them, or just talking about how things went. You can find today's vocabulary list in the video description below, so you can review it later.
Perfect. Let's jump right in and start with our first phrase.
Our first phrase is call dibs. It means to claim something quickly before anyone else can. It's like saying, mine, first.
Exactly. It's very common, especially when there's something limited. Like, I called dibs on the last slice of pizza. You want to make sure no one else takes it.
That's a great example. It shows you're claiming something specific, and it can be used for things like places too, right? For example, she called dibs on the front seat of the car for our road trip.
Yes, absolutely. It means she quickly said, I want the front seat before anyone else could. So it's about making a quick, early claim to something you want.
Next up is back out. This phrase means to withdraw from an agreement, promise, or plan. It's when you decide not to do something you said you would do.
Right. It often happens when someone changes their mind. For example, he promised to help, but he backed out at the last minute. He decided not to help even after saying he would.
That's a common situation. It can be frustrating when someone backs out. Another way you might hear it is when you're asking someone not to change their mind. Like, don't back out of our plans now. We've already booked the tickets.
Yes, that shows how serious it can be. You're asking them to stick to the original plan because their decision to back out would cause problems. It implies they're letting you down.
Our third phrase is bail on. This is an informal way to say someone canceled plans with you at the last minute, often leaving you in a difficult situation.
It's a very common phrase, especially among younger people. Like, my friend bailed on me for dinner tonight. It means they suddenly canceled and didn't show up, leaving you alone for dinner.
Exactly. It often has a negative feeling, like the person wasn't very considerate. You can use it for more important things too, not just social plans. For example, she bailed on the group project, so we had to finish it ourselves.
That's a perfect example. It shows she left the team without help, which caused problems for everyone else. So, bail on means to suddenly leave someone or something in a difficult situation by canceling.
Now, let's talk about flake out. This phrase means to fail to show up or participate as planned, often because someone is unreliable.
Yes, it often describes someone who frequently cancels or doesn't follow through. For instance, he always flakes out on our weekend plans. It implies he often cancels at the last minute or doesn't show up.
That's a good point. It's about reliability. You might also use it when you're hoping someone doesn't do it. Like, I hope he doesn't flake out on our study session again. You're worried he might not come.
Exactly. It's a way to say you hope someone doesn't cancel or fail to show up for an important event. It describes someone who's unpredictable with their commitments.
Our next word is ditch. Informally, this means to abandon or get rid of someone or something, or to skip an activity.
It has a few meanings, but when talking about plans, it means leaving someone or something unexpectedly. Like, he ditched his friends to go to another party. He left them to go somewhere else.
That's right. He abandoned his friends. It can also be used for abandoning responsibilities. For example, I had to ditch work early to pick up my kids. Here, it means you left work early, possibly because of an urgent situation.
Yes, so you're leaving or skipping something you were supposed to be doing. It implies a quick or sudden departure, often without much warning.
Next up is ghost. This is a newer, informal word, and it means to end a relationship or communication by suddenly stopping all contact without any explanation.
It's like someone disappears. For example, after our first date, he completely ghosted me. It means he never replied to messages or called again, just disappeared.
Exactly. No explanation, just silence. It's often used in dating, but it can be used in other situations too. Like, I can't believe she just ghosted her roommate and moved out without a word.
Wow, that's really extreme. So, to ghost someone means to vanish from their life and stop all communication, leaving them confused and with no answers.
Let's move on to stand someone up. This phrase specifically means to fail to meet someone for a planned date or appointment, especially a romantic one, leaving them waiting.
Yes, it implies someone was left waiting and feeling disappointed. For instance, I waited an hour at the restaurant, but he stood me up. He never arrived for their date.
That's exactly it. It's a very clear way to say someone didn't show up for an arranged meeting. You might also use it as a warning, like, don't stand her up again. She was really upset last time.
Right. So you're telling someone not to disappoint the other person by not showing up for their meeting. It's a pretty serious action, especially for a date.
Our eighth phrase is blow off. Informally, this means to deliberately ignore or disregard something or someone, often by skipping an event or responsibility.
It means you chose not to do something or to ignore it. For example, he blew off his doctor's appointment. He decided not to go, even though it was important.
Exactly. It suggests a casual or even careless attitude towards something important. It's often used with responsibilities too, like, don't blow off your responsibilities. They'll just pile up.
That's a good warning. It means don't ignore or neglect your duties because they won't disappear. So blow off means to intentionally skip or disregard something.
Next we have no-show. This is a noun or an informal verb phrase, meaning a person who has made an appointment or reservation, but neither keeps it nor cancels it.
It's someone who simply doesn't appear. For instance, we had 3 no-shows for the workshop, which was a shame. 3 people registered but never came and didn't tell anyone.
Right. It's usually about pre-booked events where their absence is noticeable. And it's generally considered impolite. You might say, it's rude to be a no-show for a dinner reservation without canceling.
Absolutely. It causes problems for restaurants or event organizers. So a no-show is someone who was expected but didn't arrive, usually without giving notice.
Finally, we have last minute. This is an adjective or adverb phrase meaning done or occurring at the latest possible time, just before something is due or happens.
This phrase is really common. For example, we had to make last-minute changes to the schedule. It means the changes happened very close to the time the schedule was needed.
Exactly. It often implies a rushed or sudden action. And it's not always about plans. You can use it for habits too. Like, he always studies for exams at the last minute.
Oh, I know some people like that. It means he waits until just before the exam to start studying. So, last minute describes something that happens right before the deadline or event.
And that brings us to the end of our lesson on how to cancel plans. 10 common phrases to handle last-minute changes smoothly.
We hope these phrases will help you navigate your social life and daily conversations more easily. Practice using them.
Yes, try to use them in your daily English practice. If you have any questions or want to suggest future topics, please leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in to Roy English Podcast. We'll see you next time.